My name is Khadijah Lashaun, and I am the Black guidance counselor that my community needs. I'm a strategic investor and CEO. I make money in my sleep, and I teach others how to do the same. I share my knowledge, talents, and resources with others. So if you're in need of that motivation or courage to start following your own path, look no further. My intention is to share as much value with you all as possible and to show you that there are many different paths to happiness and many different paths to wealth. You just have to find the one that's right for you. Hello everyone, my name is Khadijah Lashaun, also known as your Black guidance counselor. I'm here to guide you to the resources that you need. Today's video, I'm going to talk briefly about what I was like as a kid, give you a little bit more of an introduction to me, and just tell you a little bit about the things I was interested in as a kid and how that relates to where I'm at now, okay? So, if you haven't already, you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You need to like this video, okay? It helps me out and I will greatly appreciate it, okay? So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell so that you can get notified every time I come out with a new video. You want to know every time I come out with a new video because I have some crazy ones coming up soon, girl. Some crazy videos. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So, just gonna jump into it. If you haven't caught up on my tea times, you need to. You need to catch up on my tea times, okay? Because I dropped the tea and it's hot. It's hot. So sip it, okay? Just sip the tea. So, all right. So what was I like as a kid? As a kid, I was low-key, I was a loner, you know? I stayed to myself. I always really felt like an outsider, honestly. Even in my family, I felt like an outsider. I was overweight. Not really confident in myself, didn't really like myself, to be honest with you, and that has to do with some childhood traumas and stuff like that. But basically I was really into reading. So it wasn't until middle school I actually came across something. It's probably weird, you guys might think it's a little weird, but I was going to class and my teacher, she announced, she was like, okay you guys, so I have this book, this library corner here. You can grab a book. You can always grab a book as long as you bring it back and you can take it home with you and stuff. So that was really cool for me because that was like the first time like a adult had like say like read this, but not in a way like it's a punishment, you know, like because reading used to be a punishment in my parents' house, like low key, like when you're in trouble, all you could do is you couldn't watch TV, you couldn't go outside, you just have to sit in your room and read. So that was kind of like putting the perception on me that reading was a bad thing. And then in middle school, a book came out called Twilight. Yes, Twilight. So not just the book, but the movie actually came out too. So I guess Twilight had already been out by that point, but I just now came across it because the movie came out and new covers of the book were coming out and stuff. So, I read the book. I actually went to the movie first, I think. I went with a friend in middle school. We went to the movie to go watch Twilight, the actual movie. I really liked the movie, and so much that I was just like, oh, I think my teacher has the book to this, so let me just go read the book. So I wound up cracking open a book. I started reading the book, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I really fell into reading at that point. But so after I finished that book, I was just like, damn, that book was so good. I don't know what to do next. So a friend of mine actually was just like, hey, Khadijah, you like that book Twilight, don't you? I was like, yeah, I do. And she was just like, oh my gosh, there's a second book in the series. And then I read New Moon, and then I read Eclipse, and then I read Breaking Dawn Part 1, and then I read Breaking Dawn Part 2. No, there was only one Breaking Dawn, right? I can't remember. It's a long time ago. But I'm just saying, Twilight was the first series that I really read. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the vampires. I don't know. But I just really was into reading at that point. Like before then, I was into TV shows. And I would watch TV, watch movies and stuff like that. I liked Supernatural. That was one of my favorite TV shows. I like a lot of adult TV shows like True Blood and Game of Thrones and insecure and stuff like that. So I was into stuff like that. But Twilight was like the first series that I read, and after that, like, my book bug was in there. Like, I literally stopped hanging out with people just so I could read books. Like, that was what I spent a lot of my time doing. Books were an escape for me. It was like an escape from reality. I could pretend to be somebody else for a little bit, or just hear somebody else's story and just learn something. But also, like, it's a journey, you know. Every book takes you on a journey, and once you get that book bug in you, it's kind of hard to stop, because it's just so many great books, so much information, so much. I'm a learner. I love to learn. Like, that's always been the way I was. I was a student. I did good in school, I guess you could say. People always thought I was smart because I wore glasses, and I read books and stuff. But that's just because that's what I like to do. Like, that's just what I really like to do. So, and I wasn't always like that. It took time, and yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, because that kind of relates to my whole Your Black Guidance Counselor thing. I spent the last 2 years really, like, learning a lot, like listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, reading books, taking notes, really learning how to be the best entrepreneur I can be, how to be the best investor I can be, how to become the influencer that I would like to be. And I am. So I'm so happy with my progress, and I hope and pray that you guys get a little bit more about me from this video. If you haven't already, you definitely want to catch up on my tea times. Catch up on my tea times and listen to my podcast, okay? I'm coming out with a new episode every week, and you guys are going to be mind boggled by the information I share with you, okay? I love and appreciate you guys, and I hope and pray that you love and appreciate me as well, okay? I will see you guys later. Love y'all. Bye.